in the night.
Right.
Hey, I know that one.
Well,
Crystal snows can
how's
twinkle.
it going on your side of the door?
You can't be serious.
You, a source hunter, in sacred stone. Explain yourself at once or you'll be next on the pile. Ah, I'm almost relieved you're a lost one after all. The bodies here have all gone cold, always a good indication it's time to throw another on top.
Cornered. Let's see you try to wriggle free.
Maximum bow tension! Chaos grips my hands today.
I can reach farther than you think. Eternal silence awaits you. No glory in this death.
Striking it rich!
Well, it isn't so terrible, is it?
No, it's no use. It's no use. Let us out of here, please.
Let us out of here.
You? A source hunter, aren't you? Damn it all! I had hoped for someone who might be able to help us out of here. But I come from a village not so far to the east of here, a Hunter's Edge by name. What remains of it, I know not. Orcs surprised us, ravaged the place, shipped off every man, woman and child they could find to one terrible fate or the next. And all the while, their evil Queen Gratilda presided over our misery, brandishing her carving knives with glee.
Jailers! I won't survive this damp much longer. No, it's no
I've learned
use.
my lesson with your kind. Source hunter. Fat lot of good source hunter prestige did for us when Gratilda came. We had a source hunter stationed right in our town. A coward called Medora. And she was the first caught and the first flayed when the orcs crept in. We kept waiting for her to save us, little knowing our only defence had fallen. Well, for all her posturing as a great and powerful source hunter, she failed us the only time we ever needed her. They brought us in carts like cattle. Some of us to the mines, some here, some only the gods know where. We heard whispers from the very beginning. Blood sacrifice, lost ones, conduit. I can't say exactly what it all means, but I am certain a dark fate awaits us.
Free me!
Damn this cellar!
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows. He's one of the many I'll let down that terrible night, comrade. But I'll tell you this. He's one of the last. I'll avenge all of them before my time's through. You mark my words. The very same, comrade. It's a blessing he didn't recognize me. I don't think I could have faced him. I'm sorry you had to hear that. The last thing I'd hoped to do on this journey was disappoint you. But my past screams louder than a parrot with its tail on fire. So many I failed. So many in such pain because of me. Ask away, my friend, ask away. All well, comrade, my disc so tossed you cadaver. It's no way back, don't let the name in the days. By now, it's been centuries since it. Frankly, heed me, comrade. You can't trust.
No. Free me! Not forever! Let us out of here! No, it's no use! Damn this cellar of death!
Let us out of
Free
here.
me!
Please.
Free me! And
You don't look familiar. I am a resident of Silverglen. A woman imprisoned for being fool enough to speak against these blasted Immaculates. There is no release.
No. At least there aren't any demons about. At least there aren't any those.
Then what good will I damn this cellar of death?
I've spotted something interesting.
You dare disturb the Queen of Woe! Fleeced my flocks will come, bleating will they destroy you, and may their fine fluff smother you to hell itself. Just you wait! Armies of faithful flocks are waiting to attend my every whim. They'll make short work of you, intruder. The sovereign of the ovine hordes need not answer your every query. Be gone with you, or I'll send you the way of my corpse into parts mysterious and vile. I sent that mouldering nuisance into the darkest wood of all, where such filth is welcome. If you be as fascinated by haunted trees and strange floating words as was my body, I suggest you make your way to the Phantom Forest too. Don't tell me you've got a penchant for stardust too. Reeking fools are all alike. All the better! The regiment of rams will be here any moment.
Our great and glorious goddess, blessed be your sanctified soul. What pleasant company! The Source Hunter, is it? I'd heard tell you'd been stalking across Sicil and into fair Lucula. Ever bent on disrupting the designs of our good goddess and conduit, so the rumors go. Ever eager to prevent the inevitable day of reckoning at hand. But the blessed goddess has guided you here, Source Hunter. She has delivered you into our hands, and she has deemed you a blemish upon her ever more balanced world. Only your death will restore the harmony you have disturbed. Wrung dry upon these stones, you'll serve our cause at last. Struggle if you wish, Source Hunter. Your fate was sealed the moment you dared to stand against the goddess.
Ready, please!
Vile fiend.
vile fiend of demons. Your tainted blood will drip from this cathedral's every wall.
Burning death from the heavens! I don't want to die!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready, please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
This madman will see us bled.
Vengeance
like
from the skies!
Help!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
This madman will see us bled like hogs!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
That ought to hurt!
This madman will see
May I be valiant as the lion of summer.
Will see us bled like hogs! Help!
I don't want
This
to
madman
die!
will see
I'm
us
not
bled
ready!
like hogs!
Please!
Help!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready, please!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready, please!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
Stop this lunatic, please! I'm begging you!
Toxic kiss!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
Stop this lunatic, please! I'm begging you!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready, please!
This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
Hurt.
This madman will see us bled like hogs!
Into the fray once more.
The seven great abundance!
visitor to this humble library. May the goddess guide thee in thy search for knowledge. Why, yes, this church is more than a house of worship. It has long been a bastion of the collective knowledge of all of Riverlon, a home for spirit and for learning. Even the good King Bracchus in his better days would bless these halls with frequent visits. As I recall, his favorite tomes were those devoted to ancient goblin magic. Though, between us, he also occasionally requests, in somewhat bashful tones, the latest steamy romance. I say, a humble king is such a blessing in these troubled times. Well, I'd be remiss to fancy myself an acquaintance of the good king, but I serve him as best I can, indeed. Have you news of his condition, by the by? It's been so very long since I heard word. Oh, poor king is so beset by troubles. It seems the goddess has sought fit to test him most thoroughly. But our good goddess delivers blessings alongside every trial. She's destined Bracchus to face countless troubles, but she gave him a beloved sister to bring him through each one. Cassandra, that dear young woman, I can think of no finer right hand for our king. They're forged by their very souls, you know, tied for all time. Oh, that great heavy thing sets the place in tremors. I always see them fiddling about down there, making it heave back and forth. But if you're asking me exactly how, I can't say. Have a look behind some pillars, maybe. They're always sneaking around behind the pillars, making a racket. Well, I've my duties to attend to, haven't I? As long as the hubbub stays out of the library, I'm content. Hardly a day goes by that there isn't a fine ruckus down there, though. Nonsense. He's only a bit ill, of course. And what with the goddess's foes gaining ground, it's no wonder he's touched by disturbances. And I'll not hear anything to the contrary.
The sound. I think the altar moved. I wonder what that did. I wonder what that did. I wonder what that did.
On the guide on the internet, so I'm just like focusing and being quiet. So that's the last one. That's the third one.
Now, to find out what effect that had. Well, that was efficient.
Welcome, Source Hunter, welcome! I must admit I'm rather disturbed by your presence here. Not because I fear you, no. Because I must assume that the goddess has willed us to meet like this. Like intimates, in these holy chambers. Perhaps she wishes for you to see, Source Hunter. Perhaps she wishes for you to understand our way. Perhaps she has willed it time for our factions to walk side by side toward a new beginning. This history of Source versus Hunter is as long as it is gruesome. Aren't you tired of fighting? So what if it is dark? What is so terrible about darkness? I ask you why a natural and neutral aspect of the cosmos, of our lives, can be banished. It is easy to view death, or sacrifice, as we practice it, as inherently negative. But the easy perspective is very infrequently correct. Why regard death, an utterly unavoidable aspect of our very natures, with fear and panic? Only by abandoning the fear of death do we truly live. You say Source is dark. We say that to use it is to embrace the so-called darkness within each and every mortal. How can we deem an aspect of our very selves to be dark? Who decided that to die was a weakness, a failure, a tragedy? No. To die is to be completed. To kill them. To kill is to carry this completion forward. Ah, Source Hunter, this is what the Conduit fears you will never understand. For how could you? Your kind are agents of maintenance. You must keep the established order. You must enforce the existing laws. But what if everything you know is a mere shadow of what could be? What if you are regulating a system that is inherently broken? Though I doubt you will grasp this, Source Hunter. We Immaculates have come to believe that the life we live is no true life. And we seek to restore a better, more authentic existence. The original way, Source Hunter. The singular awareness that was once the void. Before we were wrenched apart by existence. Before we were separated into a million warring minds. And the time is nigh. Each sacrifice brings the void closer. Each bloodstone helps the conduit to call it nearer. She and she alone communicates with the goddess. She and she alone can bring the goddess' intention to the ears of the faithful. Whither the goddess turns her eyes, the conduit is there to enact her will. And now do you see, Source Hunter? Do you understand that walking the Immaculate Path is the only way to conclude this experiment called existence? Do you see that to bring true balance, true equilibrium, we must rejoin one another in the void? And do you see why I cannot permit you to intervene in what is coming?
The very earth flourishes beneath my sacred touch.
Pathetic. You don't have a leg to stand on.
A fine stroke of luck.
Dissolve the shadow!